everyone. Rob here
And Carrie
from Alternate Ending, and we're coming back to you with our behind the scenes from Sundance. Yet another movie that we had a chance to see, and I gotta say, this one, Save Yourselves, that's gonna be coming
with an
out
exclamation
soon.
point.
With an exclamation point,
Yep.
coming out soon, made me feel really old.
In what way?
The fact that we had a chance to sit down with writer and director, co-director Alex and Eleanor, along with stars Sunita and John, and I feel like they're quite a bit younger than us, even though they seemed more mature than we are, which that's not hard to do, but
True.
They made me feel very old for how accomplished they are at such a young age.
I would agree. I would agree with that. I think they, although I would say were so excited to be there, that enthusiasm really comes through in the interview because they could have talked all day. We had 15 minutes and they were like, can we just talk for another 10, 15, maybe 30, grab some coffee? Really sweet, sweet group of people. And the enthusiasm, even when we caught the premiere of it, was palpable. The whole energy in the entire theater was through the roof. People were clapping and cheering for this movie all the way through.
And then you'll get a chance to see us interview the four fine folks from Save Yourselves. It was a fun interview. We had a chance to do it at Sundance headquarters, which is a really neat space. And we got a lot out of it.
Yeah, I'm excited. So check it out along with us.
We were really drawn into the movie right away because we read this. We're both married. We both looked at each other probably 100 times, being like, oh.
Yeah, that's correct.
So-
Yeah, that's the correct response.
There may or may not have been romantic instances where that have been interrupted through the buzzing of a phone.
wow,
Yes.
which is embarrassing.
Yeah.
But so I guess that's maybe one of our first questions is like, was the intent behind this to be sort of hyperbolic? Because if it is, we're embarrassed. Or was it to try and draw people in as this isn't the reality for people, if that makes sense.
We try to make it as realistic as possible.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, we think of the characters as, they are very much like ourselves, but we never wanted to be like making fun of them or anything, even though there are things that are, but I think it's, like you said, it's things that you can kind of relate to.
Yeah.
And we love the characters. And
Yeah, we think of them as our friends.
Yeah.
Not these two.
We're not their friends.
The characters.
We're their worker bees.
Right.
Well, you two bring such a lived-in quality to the married couple. Like
Yeah.
we believe
Well,
we
they're
believe
dating.
that
They're
dating.
But they should be married.
Yeah, they should have gotten married by
Right.
now.
Right.
Yes,
I feel that they should have been.
The
but
proposal
yes.
seemed a bit inauthentic in the movie, but because
I wasn't picking up on that.
Yeah, no, we talked a lot about that chemistry. Like, did you know each other before, or is it? Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons we were so excited that they were both doing this, because we knew they knew each other. And also in Brooklyn, like the comedy scene is like really tight,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
they have like a fun way. I don't know. Everybody's
Very shared sensibility.
We
Short
had
hands,
like been each doing comedy in New York separately, but had been on the same shows and
Yeah.
were fans of each other, and we're just
Yeah.
friends.
It's one of the reasons I was really excited to do the movie, for sure.
Me too.
And with the improv and comedy background too, how much of what you brought was off the page, and just kind of how much of that was just came about?
I think
Yeah.
Very little. I
Yeah.
mean, it was just their script.
Yeah,
Oh, was it?
true. I mean, it was
Or maybe
scripted.
for my character. I
There's
should say for my
always
character.
For my
small
character.
little things that
Yeah.
you change to make it feel more authentic to yourself, and
Yeah.
like if there were moments to have a joke, it was always welcome. But yeah, I mean the story in the script is like very tight and it's very purposeful. So
But there are things that they did that are in the movie
That we
that
love,
we
yeah.
didn't write. That are awesome. Yeah.
Anything in particular that comes to mind?
It's
Great
just, like,
question.
little
What a
lines.
good question.
We're toast was one of my favorite.
Yeah, right.
things.
And it's
Oh,
such a
so
small,
good.
it's such a small moment,
It's
but
such a
it's
small
all these little
moment.
small things that we
Little
really like.
things. Yeah.
Was it a collection of little moments that you've experienced, like the buka scene where it gets the kombucha?
Oh, the
Yeah.
kombucha.
yeah.
Yeah, that was in the script actually.
Okay.
It's funny.
Booch.
Yeah.
that was like a big Alex moment. I feel.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We're big
It was like
Kombucha
meant a lot to
fans.
Alex.
That's awesome.
The
true.
big soap, little soap. It's like what
Yes,
that
yeah,
is
the
their-
little
That
songs.
is their,
Oh, so sweet.
That's
their
their
real
song.
life.
Eleanor wrote that song.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
like what they do.
Yeah, we're hoping that we can put it out on vinyl. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Is
That'd
it
be a hit.
those little things, those little soaps? maybe they want to reach out to us and pay us the big bucks to sell them our songs.
Yes, yeah, perhaps
little-
like just the plastic containers
plastic,
that you
yeah.
put.
It's funny
so-
when packing for here. That
I
was the
know,
one
this
thing
is
that
the
I
same.
asked
You do that
for.
too?
Yeah.
Well, it's like
We
he
reused,
does this.
yeah.
I'm the one that like packs in bulk and it gets taken away. 'Cause I'm like, they'll never notice. It's only 4 ounces.
Yeah,
Like,
you keep
he
trying.
does, I keep trying
Yeah.
until I take it all away.
Yeah.
But relatable again, like all of these
That's
things
cool.
that even like again, you've mentioned the little details, but little things even, and kudos then to the writing on this and the directing on this, because even little things like the shower scene where like the
Yes.
vigorous face
Oh,
washing
Yes, yes.
just felt like
Yeah.
that's me. I
Aw.
vigorously wash my face like
Yeah.
that, and it would be a casual, just like
Yeah.
we have little kids now, so probably less frequent
Mhm.
conversation, but like doing that, and I think those
Yeah.
are the little special moments that kudos to you both,
All those
of
things,
you.
all of
Thank
those
you.
details that make
Thanks.
them human and like they really love each other is all from just the stuff that came out of them performing
Yeah,
the
for
lines
sure.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Is it both all of your first time? First feature,
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
and to be here at Sundance, first time
Unreal.
kind
That's
of
crazy.
getting a chance to live the experience.
You've been at Sundance
Yeah, it's
before,
my
John?
first time.
I've been for
Something, yeah.
press on a television show, but
Oh,
this is my
right.
first time with a project.
Okay.
Yeah, right. That's
That's
cool.
Any
awesome.
any memorable experiences other than getting to see your own premiere?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just like getting to see all the famous people.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Really.
It was
just-
special to
I-
be at the premiere and
That was
see it, and it was fun because we were in the back right corner,
Yeah.
and the crew was all behind us, and
Yeah.
We had like
It
15
was so
people
fun.
from the crew.
Yeah.
We had 42 people
Oh my
at
goodness.
the
gosh.
premiere from,
We all
from
love each other
who
very
worked on the
much.
We
movie.
heard
Yeah.
the gallery. Everyone
I
was sharing, but we
know.
heard the gallery. Did you feel like, is there a lot of nerves going into that situation where you're like,
Oh my
okay, I know
gosh.
this is supposed to
Yeah.
be a comedic beat. He's chopping wood over here. This is hilarious. What if they don't laugh? Like, is there a nerve on like, are they going to
We
hit the
weren't
beats?
worried so much about what if they don't laugh because we've seen
I knew
it.
that they would laugh.
You
Yeah,
knew that
because
it-
they're
because-
funny.
Because they're so good, and we've done like 4 test screenings where people.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that if we hadn't just
Yeah.
consistently heard people laugh at all the jokes.
Yeah.
We were more just nervous in general because we had to do public speaking before
Yeah.
the thing
Oh,
started.
That was it, and it just this fear of like, is the sound gonna cut out at some point, or these like
Right,
little
sure.
tech things. But I mean, yeah, and just in general, like every audience is different. But we knew like that people are gonna love these.
I knew they would laugh, but I didn't know that they would cheer
Yeah.
or
Oh yeah, or applaud
Oh my gosh.
mid movie.
or gasp.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, that was the fun stuff, like the
Yeah,
the reactions
visceral
to.
reaction.
Yeah, there were
Yeah,
some
just
general
all
like
the-
Yeah.
moments where I jumped.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Mm.
Like
They do it.
instincts kick in.
Mhm.
So I think another big question, I don't know if this is similar to yours, but another big question is sort of the wrap up of the film too. And sort of, obviously this is a message that's being sent on sort of a commentary on all of us and everybody. It's not just us. So if you could articulate a little bit about what you think the message is at the end and what you're trying to kind of communicate to see if we got it right.
Yeah, you want to take that?
Yeah. Well, part of it is that we like people to interpret it, but I know that's kind of a cop out. What do you guys think?
The specific ending, or how it relates to a
Just
cultural
the
commentary.
themes
I think the themes, like, I mean,
Right.
because it could have ended in many different ways. I mean,
Yeah,
it could
yeah.
have gone a bunch of different paths. And so,
I guess we can talk about it abstractly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
What do you think, John?
Again, I'm only thinking about the specific moment about how
Yeah.
when he's saved by the phone, and how
Right.
everyone got in on the irony of it and was like cheering for the phone.
Yeah, that was so good.
really cool.
So, Carrie, do you feel like the plot resonated with you in particular quite a bit?
So the movie takes off. The premise of the movie is that technology is basically taking over the lives of everybody's minds and everybody's relationships, which it's weird. Like I totally couldn't empathize with it all. But Rob and I were doing this side eye throughout the whole thing because definitely there's elements that carry out through that you can empathize with. And so, there's things that seem like they're sort of meant to be hyperbole, but at the same time too, you're like, I've probably done that myself as well. And the relationship, the dynamic is something that you can probably see yourself in a little bit too. But what did you think about kind of the plot and how
Yeah, I
that
loved it.
unraveled?
And the co-stars bring a lot of improv chops. They both of them come from improv. You might recognize Sunita from Glow as well. Like we mentioned, the Climb, Gail Rankin from the Glow as well. So a lot of Glow representation at Sundance this year. And John is actually a alum from Stranger Things as well as other films. So they both have a lot of improv chops to
Yes.
them, and I think you could see that in a lot of the what happened on screen as their relationship felt very lived in.
I agree, and it was very quippy. And then the last thing I'll tell you about it without spoiling anything. The last thing is the idea behind the movie is they decide to abandon technology for a weekend to improve their relationship. They go off, and then basically the end of the world comes while they're away on vacation. And that's the premise. It's really fresh and fun.
So what I learned from it is don't leave home without your phone. Always have your phone on, always be on it. And I feel like that's the message of the filmmakers.
Technology first. So we hope you enjoyed the interview as much as we did. Hopefully you kind of feel like you were in the room like we were too. One thing we failed to mention, which was also critical about this movie, we saw Rob's #1 man crush at the premiere.
Ethan Hawke sat right in front of us. We had a couple celebrities sit right in front of us during the course of Sundance.
This is a big one,
but
though.
that was the biggest one.
He just sort of cruised in like with an aura around him, and the lights were kind of down. He had some flannel on, but then it was the hat. He had this cowboy hat, and I was like, oh man, that must be somebody. He took a turn, and immediately I was like, like White Fang.
He has a great laugh.
Such a good laugh.
Very good laugh. Very infectious
guttural.
laugh.
It's a guttural laugh.
He was actually a jury member for Sundance, so he was judging Save Yourselves while we were there, and I let the crew know about that, and they were very excited. We'll catch more of these types of videos by clicking the subscribe button or just watching through our YouTube channel. We've got more videos like this and others. Carrie's How Have You Never Seen, movie reviews, and more, so be sure to stick around.
Tune in to alternate